Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss a model launched way back in 2007 from Hublot. This is the Big Bang Tantalum Mat, a model launched in only the third year of Big Bang production. This came out at a time when Jean-Claude Biver had his hands firmly on the wheel at Hublot, having replaced founder Carlo Crocco as the motivating force behind the brand. Biver decided to forge ahead with a watch that borrowed a lot of elements from the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak offshore, while still remaining true to that original 1980 MDM Genève Hublot watch, back when the company was MDM Genève and the watch was the Hublot. That original watch was known for fusion of materials, controversially at the time, gold with a rubber strap. Well, this watch takes that concept further, as this Hublot Big Bang Tantalum Mat combines tantalum, sapphire, titanium, and rubber. Fusion indeed. A lot of people ask me when I discuss tantalum, what's heavier, tantalum or gold? The right question to ask is, what's heavier, tantalum or 18-karat gold, which is almost always the gold used in a watch? While gold in its pure form is heavier than tantalum, 18-karat gold, which is only 75% gold, is lighter than tantalum. So this is going to be heftier, between 18-karat gold and PT950 platinum in the spectrum of weighted watch materials. So the watch is big. Depending on how you measure it, it's 44 or 44.5. What is beyond a doubt is that it's 15 millimeters thickened from lug tip to lug tip, 55.6. So you've got a lot of tantalum here, and it's a remarkable blue-gray metal. It has no reactions to biological tissue, or perhaps I should say it is the inverse. This is hypoallergenic, so it can be used for implants. It can be in contact with skin. It will not cause any allergic reactions. It is also extremely hard and resistant to corrosion. On the wrist, it's got an impressive look and feel. Now here, I have to admit that the primary purpose of this watch is to look cool. You could see, or perhaps you can't, that the watch is not the easiest instrument with which to tell time. That said, it's part of the tantalum mat aesthetic. You know what you're getting into with a watch like this, and the idea is to be effortlessly cool, like a Lamborghini Countach. The idea is not necessarily to have the most practical car, but to have the coolest one. So on my wrist of 16 centimeters circumference, you can see it fits nicely. Part of the solution here is that Hublot has a little bit of a canted lug profile. You can see how the lugs are angled on both sides, and so because of those angular lugs, it doesn't work quite as big across the wrist as the bare measurement suggests. I'd say if your wrist is my size or larger, 16 centimeters circumference, you're going to wear this well. Of course, we have that rubber strap. It's an Hublot signature. We would be disappointed if it were not here. And Hublot, Genève, they're actually out in neon, if we want to be specific, but the strap is a robust piece that should be long-lived. As you can see, there is no gouging here, there is no crimping. It's an Hublot strap in outstanding condition. The clasp is a combination of tantalum externally, and then you could see internally conventional DLC with an Hublot H-style logo built into the chassis, and a double pin system that allows you to feed the strap through the clasp, pin it down, fix it in place, and then hide all the excess length underneath the straps. There's no need for minder loops. It's a very clean aesthetic. You can see the Hublot H pattern bolts on the buckle itself, and then again you could see them fixing the strap to the case, and yet again with that H logo. These are polished now, fixing the bezel to the case. The flanks are a polymer composite, so basically a type of very resilient plastic. We have the case back and the case top and the bezel in tantalum. And it's important to note that some people get confused. They often see this little double nomenclature on an Hublot watch. Tantalum and titanium. Well, where is it titanium? Well, the inner case is almost always made of titanium, and it is that inner case that holds the dial and the movement and provides for the 100-meter water resistance. The outer case does not need to be hermetically sealed as a result. It can be calculated for maximum visual effect. Now, the dial is a tantalum matte shade with matte blackened indices and numerals and skeletonized hands, so there can be no doubt. Let's take a quick look. There is no loom. The dial, however, does feature a date, quick set date. We also have a hacking seconds function. We have what I believe to be a La Joux variant of the ageless Valjoux 7750. Same basic architecture, a few minor changes: 27 joules, 4 hertz beat rate, unidirectional automatic winding, 42-hour power reserve, stop seconds with a quick set. It's got a cam-based function selector, and then you can see very, very subtly, this is always present on 7750 architectures, there's a little clutch right here with a wire clutch spring, and that is an oscillating pinion clutch, which means that this has it's a lateral clutch. It's a type of lateral clutch, but the engagement of an oscillating pinion clutch is always super smooth. It's a premium feature now used on many expensive chronographs from Richard Mille, F. Pigeon, de Bethune, but every 7750 has that same oscillating pinion lateral clutch, which I've always considered to be a feather in its cap and a very cool feature. And you can see that the quality of the balance used here, I'm going to stop the balance so you can see it. It's not that straight spoke style balance that you see on lower grade 7750s and 7750 variants. You can see it has a splayed, almost hourglass-like profile to the spokes on the balance. That's always indicative of a top grade or chronometer grade version of the balance and hairspring tandem. So lots to love here. In tantalum, a rare option, especially if you consider that other Genevois tantalum watch, which costs considerably more. A very cool watch and a memorable Big Bang from back in the day. In the 2000s, from the mind of Jean-Claude Biver, this is very much a watch in his image. If you love it, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.